Shalom, I'm Rory Bilachowski, and this is the 60 under 95, the latest Israel news for teen Israel advocates, with a snowy Yerushalayim in my background. In our first story, we'll look at an event that occurred yesterday that should be a warning sign to the P5+1. Iranian negotiators in Geneva called off nuclear talks late Thursday with world powers, citing a need for consultations with Tehran. The Iranian negotiators interrupted the talks with the P5+1, Britain, China, France, Russia, the United States, plus Germany, for consultations in Tehran, the Islamic Republic news agency reported. The decision to halt the talks came hours after Washington blacklisted a dozen overseas companies and individuals for evading U.S. sanctions on Iran. In other words, they violated the sanctions of doing business with Iran. Today's actions should be a stark reminder to businesses, banks, and brokers everywhere that we will continue relentlessly to enforce our sanctions, even as we explore the possibility of a long-term comprehensive resolution of our concerns with Iran's nuclear program, Treasury Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence David Cohen said. Iran's walking away at the mere continuation of sanctions, of which it has done nothing to deserve avoiding, shows the West how difficult it will be to deal with Iran if the West claims Iran isn't following the terms of the deal, and should make us reconsider any terms of the deal in the first place. Our second story focuses on Secretary of State Kerry's latest visit to Israel to encourage peace talks with the Palestinians. Secretary Kerry, shown here with Bibi Netanyahu, is in Israel for his 9th visit, following the Palestinians' rejection of his latest proposal. The United States Secretary of State met Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah late Thursday evening. Concerned that a final status agreement may not be possible by the May target date the two sides accepted when they resumed talks in August, United States officials said that Kerry was hoping for a framework accord that would contain the principles of a comprehensive pact, but not specific details. If an outline were achieved, the negotiations could be extended beyond the 9-month timeline originally set by Secretary Kerry. The officials stressed an agreement on all issues, including security, borders of a future Palestinian state, the status of Jerusalem, and the fate of the Palestinian refugees, by May remains the goal. But should that prove unworkable, they said a framework agreement would buy time for additional negotiations. It seems almost impossible to meet the State Department's goals, but we wish them luck. After all, their objective, peace in Israel, is well worth it. Our third story is both humorous and worrying. Egypt's defense minister and army chief, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, claimed that he was approached in a dream by the late President Anwar Sadat, who was assassinated in 1981, and was told by Sadat he'd rule the country someday. In a leaked recording of an interview between the Egyptian defense minister, who is the de facto ruler of Egypt today, and a reporter for an Egyptian newspaper, el-Sisi, who oversaw the ousting of Egypt's Islamist president in the summer, can be heard recounting his fantastical conversation with the late president. We call it fantastical because we don't really think that he had a dream where he talked to a dead person. El-Sisi also recalled another dream, in which he envisioned himself holding a sword with the words, "There is no God but Allah," inscribed in red on its handle. El-Sisi is the ruler of Egypt today, and has not ruled out running for president, and a large following is urging him to nominate himself. It is widely assumed he will be officially elected president this year. His comments shine a light into the complicated personalities the Middle East sometimes presents to the world, and the trouble that they can bring. That's been today's 60 on the 95, the latest news latest Israel news for teen Israel advocates. We hope you'll tune in next time. Have a great day, and let's look forward to peace in Israel. Shalom.